Okay, for those of you that are just terrified to speed date in front of hundreds of people, I understand. I get it. But let me show you another way that you can date. Look at that. Look at that. So I don't know what y'all are waiting on, but this is like legit working and the real deal.
Welcome to The Wall. Today, we're going to look at just how insane radical feminism has become. A woman is suggesting that all male babies be mutilated at birth with a mandatory vasectomy. That's how twisted the ideology has gotten. The same one that claims to fight for freedom while trying to punish men from the cradle. Help us reach 170,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. We always highlight the best one. And endless thanks to the fans who watch our daily videos. Let's get started.
Mandatory vasectomies for baby boys.
What? I'm sure the rest of us can't wait to hear what the logical rationale behind the proposed forcible sterilization of innocent children would be.
If that made you flinch, good. You won't want to miss part 2 either.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I'm sure it makes about as much sense as the first statement.
Trust me. You want to solve half of society's problems?
I actually think that we're witnessing part of society's problems right now in this video by seeing a person that's actually advocating for the mutilation of children. But go on.
Start there. Because here's the truth. Men don't want to wear condoms. They don't want accountability. They want raw. And when the baby comes, they say, oh, it's not my problem. So fine. Mandatory vasectomies. Problem solved.
The saddest part is this is not an isolated incident of delirium, and the comment section in that original video speaks volumes to that effect. But what I've noticed that a lot of these individuals that makes these sort of statements have in common is that instead of holding the grown men accountable for the actions that they're taking, they would instead punish the innocent. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Fix the fathers. Fix the future.
Well, here's something that some aren't going to want to hear. It's not just the fathers that raise these kids to be irresponsible. Part of the responsibility also falls on the mothers for their failings as well.
And the only ones bad would be the ones that never wanted accountability in the first place.
Actually, I believe that any human being that thinks rationally would find the proposed mutilation of one demographic of children to be not just offensive, but utterly reprehensible.
So yeah, call it savage. But if we snip the problem at the root, we'd finally see what society looks like when women aren't carrying it all.
I wonder if they know that some individuals used to believe in the sterilization of women and other ethnic groups for the betterment of society. And we've found that to be against human rights. But as long as it's against men, apparently that's okay.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
This is what happens when feminism turns into collective madness. A woman proposing mandatory vasectomies for baby boys. Yes, you read that right. Mutilating innocent children as if they were animals. All in the name of fixing society. This is the kind of ideology that hides behind justice but promotes hate, resentment, and control. And the worst part isn't even her. It's the number of women in the comments supporting the idea, saying men should be locked up until the government gives them permission to go outside. Can you imagine if a man said something like that about women? He'd be crucified in seconds. The problem with these people is that they're not after equality, they want revenge. They want to punish all men for the mistakes of a few. Because she seems to forget that it takes 2 people to make a child. But what can I say? If she actually used her head, she wouldn't be a feminist.
Women.
Mm-hmm. You like this? Setting the vibes though, you see all that right here? Mm-hmm. Happy anniversary, baby. Happy anniversary.
It's cool.
This cool.
Yeah.
What the hell you mean it's cool? Girl, you don't see you all over the place?
That man just put in effort, time, money, and thought just to make you feel special. And you couldn't even fake a little excitement? Damn, that's cold.
It's nice as hell.
Okay, but I'm a grown ass woman. Like, you do this for 15-year-olds. Like, you should have bought me something or did something or.
Oh, this ain't good enough. Look at all this. This is romantic as fuck.
Okay, but I'm grown as fuck. Like, this is.
Bro, you talking about you
cool.
grown?
It's cool.
Grown people don't complain about stuff that somebody gives them.
It's cool. Like, it's cool.
Childish is throwing fits over gifts you didn't buy. This man actually planned something. Half of these folks can't even plan their next meal, let alone plan an anniversary surprise.
That's all it is. All right, cool. I just try to show you I appreciate you. I show you a whole little room, you know what I'm saying? Rent this room and all, got it together. Look, nice business for us.
All this you spent on this, you could have spent this on something, like something else, going out drinking or something like that.
You want to do that? When we get this bad, got it. Tripping.
Girl, your ass sounds slow. This man decorated a whole goddamn room to celebrate you. And you mad because you couldn't be at a bar? Now that's some childish ass shit there.
I just hooked us up, bro. This would be all the time, man. Like, you ain't grateful for shit, bro. You worry about what you vibing with, man. At the end of the day, I'm trying to do something nice for you. So you don't like this like that? Nah, man. Fuck this anniversary. For real.
And see, this is the reason that some men stop doing sweet stuff.
Oh, hell no!
This video shows exactly why so many men have stopped making romantic gestures. The guy decorated an entire room, planned a surprise with photos, little details, the whole vibe. And all she could say was, "It's fine." No thank you, no smile. Just pure contempt. Romance died the day women started valuing a luxury handbag more than a sincere gesture. Nowadays, if there's no money involved, it doesn't count. And then they wonder why men become cold or stop trying. Brother, don't waste your energy where there's no gratitude. Love can't be bought. But for many women, if it doesn't cost anything, it's worthless.
I lost the guy that I loved and cared about to red pill content. Before he started watching this content, he was a sweet, nice man who treated me well and was charismatic, funny. And the moment he started watching this content, he completely changed. He started calling women bitches, whores, skanks. He became very, very angry almost all the time. And then eventually he ended things with me because he thought I was using him for money. Now, granted, there was one time where I did make a joke about how I wanted an old guy to take care of me, and I quickly regretted it and said I was sorry. But I still cared about him. I would drive 30 minutes every day to see him. Like, it wasn't just about the money. Because he's watching all this content, he thinks that all these women are trying to use him and all that stuff. And so he had a loving girl that cared about him and loved him and, like, would stick by his side through anything. And then he eventually said this to me, and this was the final straw. Now, when I first started talking to him, not that it mattered, but he was over 270 pounds when I started talking to him. I did not care about his size. He then lost weight and then started fat shaming everyone around him. And today, actually, he said this to me. He called me a broke skank and then said that I would ease back on the food. Your stomach's getting a little big. And I've never, my whole life, had a man speak to me like that. And here I was the week before, going out, and I was gonna go buy him a present for his birthday. And for him to turn around and call the girl that cared about him and loved him a skank and fat, when he's like one of the only guys that I've been with. In the beginning, it was totally opposite. He would compliment me, tell me how pretty I was, and laugh and make jokes, and like, just this content, it just ruined him. And then I went on his page before we unfollowed each other, and I saw he was reposting like Andrew Tate and like David Goggins, and like almost all of his reposts were that. And then that's how I found out that he was in this red pill rabbit hole, and now I connected the dots.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Personally, I don't like falling into extremes. I believe the red pill is meant to help men improve, but to become good men and good fathers. Now, when you become arrogant and start insulting women just for being women, to me, you're falling into the same extreme as a radical feminist. The red pill I believe in is about improving your body, your finances, putting yourself first, treating others with respect, and being a useful man for society. This country needs strong men to get it back on track. But in this woman's case, the man changed. I think when you're very overweight and start getting in shape, people treat you differently. And that does something to you. That man, in this case, changed in a narcissistic way toward her. Honestly, I feel a bit bad for her, especially if he was her first serious boyfriend. That's why I say to men, don't fall into extremes. Let's be better.
Dating for men versus dating for women is not the same thing. I don't know why we pretend like it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. I know that I've said this and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, but oh my gosh, I hate it. It's like, this isn't a fun experience as a woman. There's so much risk involved. Like, men's personalities are dog shit. There's so much risk involved with just being around them, with going on a first date with them. There's a risk of being stalked. There's a risk of violence. There's a risk of like someone cornering you and you feeling weird. And like the amount of times that has happened to me, I can't even tell you. This isn't some kind of like nightmare situation. Like, this is something that regularly happens. Let's say you do go on a date with a guy and he's like cool and normal. And you're like, okay, it's cool and normal. And then there's inconsistency. And then when it comes to like, you know, the risk of being physically intimate with a man is much higher than it for a woman than it is for a man. If I'm physically intimate with a man, there's a risk that I could get pregnant. There's a risk like women have a higher chance of contacting STDs than men do. There's a 100% chance, basically, that a man's going to get off in a sexual relationship with a woman. There's a 0% chance, basically, on the first encounter that a woman is going to get off. So it's just like, why am I here? Why? Like, the risk, if there's no reward in me showing up here. In a dream situation, like, then it's nice when you find a guy who you do have physical chemistry with, who you feel like you can trust, whose personality doesn't fucking like send you over the edge. Like, when you find someone like that and who like doesn't eat food like this and who doesn't put their bare feet on the stool next to the table at a nice restaurant, like, these are all things that have happened to me. And like, men 20 years old to 50 years old, these are all things that have happened. From being a pizza boy to being a multimillionaire. Like, it's just finding a needle in the haystack. And then you do find one that's kind of normal and they have you on a hook. Because it is the trenches out here. So they get away with murder. Because the bar is in fucking hell. And it's just so distracting and it takes so much energy out of you. And the only way that you can like not be too emotionally invested is if you date multiple people. But again, finding one person who's worth being around is fucking hard enough. And this is the way that I felt since I was 20 years old. Obviously, when I was 20 years old, I was more easily impressed and like didn't realize how shit people were. And now looking back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a reason I felt that way about these people. And then when you're 20, you have to ward off all these predators left and right. At least I'm aging out of predator age. But
This woman has been alone for years, and she'll stay that way. Because she's not looking for love, she's looking for enemies. Every word out of her mouth is loaded with hatred toward men. That they're all predators, that dating one is dangerous, that none of them are worth it. But of course, how is she supposed to find anything healthy when her mind is poisoned by that ideology? She talks about risks in dating, but her real risk is continuing to believe that every man is a monster. She dates multiple guys at once to avoid getting emotionally attached, and still wonders why she can't find something real. Sister, the problem isn't the world, it's you. When all you see is evil in others, you end up alone, bitter, and ranting about predators when the only thing really hunting you is time. The wall doesn't forgive.
And then men, how dare you ever complain about dating women? Like, all we want is for you to try a little, or we're just good. Because our existence, like, honestly, having a man in our life versus not, most of the time not having a man in our lives is like so much more peaceful. We can get ourselves off. We have girlfriends. We have cats and dogs. Like, it's just not worth it. And y'all stay hounding us and DM and DM and DM. Every fucking day I get a DM from the same fucking guys who I would be interested in dating. But I'm like, can you do more than a DM? Can you put in a little more effort than that? I'm going to block you. You're clogging my feed. And then I block them and then I'm the bitch. Like, Oh my gosh, you guys are like horseflies. It's so easy to bring just a little bit of something to the table. But you don't need to, because you have all the power, you have all the resources, and you have all these women who are just begging for this tiniest little crumbs that you can throw these crumbs at, and they'll be like, oh my God, thank you. So take it. Take it. I'm so over it. Like, I'm about to be boy sober. Like, this is exhausting and just humiliating at this point. No. If you are not kind, sweet, consistent, paying my bills, and obsessed with me and worship me, I don't fucking want it. This is the age where millionaires, self-made millionaires are popping up left and right, and most of them are women. Unless you are treating me like a fucking queen, I don't want it. That is my declaration. Fuck off. I will focus on making my own money. If your dumbass can do it, my dumbass can do it. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing, and maybe I'm a lesbian. I don't think I am, because I love men. I'm very attracted to men. But the majority of you guys are fucking ugly. You're ugly. Even if you're decent looking, we're really making some concessions. We're really being generous. Like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Maybe I'm lesbian. I don't know. I love men. Some of my favorite artists are men. Some of my favorite authors are men. Some of my favorite musicians. I love your work. You've made some great stuff. I don't hate men, but y'all they don't make them like they used to make them. Very uninteresting, very uninspired. Really, I think corn is like really bludgeoning you on the head. And just taking whatever little personality you had left in your cranium completely out of it. That's what I think. Something's happening to you neurologically. Okay.
It's not that men have changed. You're just a radical feminist who, no matter what a man brings to the table, will always find something to complain about. It's interesting that you say men aren't like they used to be, but you're not a woman like the ones from back then either. Because I see plenty of decent, family-oriented women who know how to take care of a man, build stable relationships, and start families with good men. But these liberal women aren't looking for men who share their values or mindset, because you attract what you are. And I've heard you in other videos. What you call effort really just means money. You want money and privilege, and expect extreme behavior just to date a woman over 37, who most likely already missed the window to have kids. For me, it's just not worth the effort.
Women.
We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about mandatory vasectomies for all men? What's your take on modern dating nowadays? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and keeps us motivated to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.